It's April's vinyl update, and there's so much I can't even lift it up. Ahoy hoy everybody, and welcome to my vinyl update for April, and there's a shitload of it. Some of this I've shown in previous videos, so I'll skim over that. Some of it I haven't, so I'll show that in a bit more depth. As I say, there's lots of it, so let's get cracking. First up, this is in order of receipt. First up is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the Quandary Phase book set. Done unboxings for this and all the other ones in the series, so I won't go into too much. It came with a print signed by Stephen Fry, and it is on blue vinyl. Next up, I bought on eBay. It was billed as a bundle of Prince 7 inches. There was 3 in the bundle. There was one that I really didn't recognise, and I was pretty certain wasn't Prince. And there was one I already had, but I only paid, I think it was £3 plus postage for it, which was I was willing to pay that for this alone. This was my reason for purchase. This is the original single release of 1999. I already have a re-release from 1984, which was a double A really, with Little Red Corvette, but this is the original release from 1982 rather, and that's got 1999 on the A side and How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore on the B side, which later became well known for Alicia Keys' cover of. This is on Warner Brothers. I don't think I showed you the back, did I? Which is worth seeing. Then, also in the bundle was You Got the Look, which I've already got, and this isn't a great copy of anyway. Sleeve anyway. It is actually different. The copy I've got is paper label, so it is a variant label anyway. That's on Paisley Park via Warner Brothers. And then, so the other one I had to look up, and it is Fleur, F-E-L-E-U-R, I think is the name of a band, but they use that symbol. I mean, which is probably why it was lumped in with Prince, because he probably thought, oh, a symbol, that must be Prince. I mean, but no. But it's got nice, you can see that's actually textured, that sleeve, sort of reptile skin styly. The track's called, the A side is called Doot Doot, and the B side is called Hold Me Mother. I haven't listened to this yet, so I don't know what it's like. But it will be interesting. Next was David Bowie's Spying Through a Keyhole box set. I did an unboxing of this. So this is a box set of demos. Got another one coming out this month. It's a set of 7 inches, nothing exciting about them. We've got another one coming out this month, and then they've announced another set, but it's going to be one disc, but it is ridiculously expensive. It's £80 something for one album, so I'm not ordering that. I will wait until it gets reduced to a ridiculous, probably about 30 quid, I'll bite the bullet. This was an eBay purchase. This is Prince and New Power Generation Get Off. I have this on 12 inch. But didn't have it on 7, so it was only £1 something, I think, plus postage. B-side to that is Horny Pony, which I love. Oh, I also got this on cassette as well, and CD, obviously. Another Prince, this is 12 inch, again eBay, for When Doves Cry. So the A-side is the album version of When Doves Cry, the B-side is the full-length version of 17 Days. Or to give it its full title, 17 Days, brackets, the rain will come down, then you will have to choose if you believe. Look to the dawn and you shall never lose. And this was on the custom Purple Rain styly label. Ooh, that's got it. On Warner Brothers. And then the next one is another version of 1999. This is the 1998 re-release of it to get ready for the 1999 rush to people to listen to it. So I have this on CD already, on CD single. So this replicates the original 12 inch in that it's got the album version of 1999 on the A side, and B side is How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore, and full length version of DMSR, Dance Music Sex Romance. This is on another custom Warner Brothers label. There was a big scratch on this, so I managed to get it really cheap. I think it was about £1.20 maybe. But the scratch didn't affect playing at all. It was a little bit of noise, but it didn't skip or anything, so I was happy with that. Next up is something I've unboxed, so you can see that properly on that video, but this is the Buffy the Vampire Slayer Once More Revealing Mondo release. Listened to this the other day, sounded great. So I've done an unboxing, so I won't do a full one, but it is on blue vinyl. It comes with a little booklet and Obi strip. I'm trying to get this back in because it was a bugger to get in, and it still is. But I've done it. So once more with it, if you don't know, if you're not a Buffy head, Buffy is start again. Once More Revealing was the musical episode. Okay, next up are my Record Store Day releases. I've done a whole video on that. I showed them all, unboxed them all. So you can look on there for a proper view. I will skim over them. First up is Elastica BBC Sessions. Very good. Would have preferred a few more of the hits on it, but it's really good. That's on white vinyl. Came with a poster. Next was Janis Joplin, Woodstock, Sunday, August 17th, 1969. So this is her full Woodstock set, released on vinyl for the first time. It's just on black vinyl, so I won't bother getting it out. Really, 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 really good. Comes with a little information sheet in there as well. This is the magnificent League of Gentlemen Live Again or Live Again, whichever way you want to look at it. So this is the audio for their recent live tour, recorded at Hammersmith Apollo. It's the same show as the DVD release. This is all in the same format as the League of Gentlemen box set I already have there, and hopefully this will just sit in the top of that. I think there's room, but I'll quickly show. Got a pop-up sleeve, and they're on Papa Lazarou coloured vinyl, and the other one's similar. But yeah, again, really good sound quality on that. Listened to that the other day. This is a picture disc for Life of Brian, Monty Python. Unfortunately, being a picture disc, it skipped a few times on my player. I think that's partly due to my player. I've not got the greatest record player. Deck, or whatever you want to call it. I'm old school, it's a record player. So I did actually yesterday pick up an original version of that on normal vinyl for the collection. But it's a nice disc, and the way they customised it, so it's Record Store Day. The Life of Brian soundtrack album, resurrected as a picture disc. Chas and Dave, Margate picture disc. Ridiculously expensive for a 7-inch single, but I asked the record store to get it in before I knew how much it was. I didn't really want to let them down by not buying it. It's got Margate on the A side, plus the version from the Only Fools and Horses episode Jolly Boys Outing, which has also got Dylan Rodney on it, Nick Lyndhurst and David Jason. What I didn't realise was that version's quite short. It's only a verse and 2 choruses, I think it was. And the B-sides are the original B-sides. That's Give It Gavotte, and That's What I Like, which are from Job Lot, the album that came from. But yeah, that's picture disc. For a picture disc, though, the sound quality is okay. It's quite a thick one. Okay, So that was... No, it wasn't. That shouldn't be there. You've seen that. Listened to this morning. This is His Majesty's Pop Life, the Purple Mix Club. This is one of the 2 Prince releases, the other of which was a Versace Experience cassette, which I've listened to half of so far in my car. But I won't go into that because that's not vinyl. So this is a reissue of a Japanese promo from 1985. Got 2 discs. They're just black vinyl, so I won't bother showing you them. First disc plays at 45 RPM, and it's 3 remixes plus an album version of America from Around the World in a Day. And then sides 3 and 4, disc 2, play at 33 and a third, and there are various remixes and album versions from 1999 and Purple Rain era. Did I show you the back? Not sure I did. Listen to this morning. This is Big Hits, High Tide and Green Grass for Rolling Stones. So this is a reissue of their first Greatest Hits release from 1960. Date's not on here. 5, I think it was. Might be wrong. Does it say? 6. 1966. And that is on, which is why I'm getting it out. Sort of turquoisey vinyl. Sounds really good on that. And I also picked up the second one, which was released in 1969. This is Through the Past Darkly Big Hits Volume 2. You can see it's in a hexagonal sleeve, and that's on orange, transparent orange vinyl. I've taken it out so that I could put it in a anti-static sleeve because the sleeve inside was just cardboard. Listened to that about half an hour ago. Finished listening to that. Really good. Again. Okay, and also still on Record Store Day. I haven't listened to this yet. This is Sleeper Live at the Ritz. This is an EP. It's got 2 tracks from a new album and 2 classic singles performed live on there. And Teal, I think they're calling that. Sort of, I don't know. As I've mentioned before, they do colours. It's a bluey green. And still on Record Store Day, this was Sly and Family Stone live at Woodstock, Sunday, August 17, 1969. So like the Janis one, this is the full set from Woodstock on vinyl for the first time. It's on black. The only extra thing on this is it's side 4, or side D rather, I suppose I call it, is etched. So I will quickly show you that. Just with the Sly logo. But I haven't listened to that yet. I'm just about to be invaded by a cat. Are you going to say hello? Come in. Do you know what you want? Okay, then we move on to an eBay purchase. This is Prince and Revolution Girls and Boys. This is double 7-inch pack, which I managed to get surprisingly cheap. So it's got Girls and Boys and Under the Cherry Moon, which is the original Girls and Boys single release. And then it's also got on record 2, She's Always in My Hair and 17 Days, which are 2 classic B-sides, one of which has already been mentioned on this video. And they're on the Parade era Paisley Park labels, black and white. You can see I'm working around a cat at the moment. Then on the Thursday after Record Store Day, which is the 18th, which is payday for me, I went to Bournemouth for a gig. Tom Chaplin doing the songs of Queen, and it was magnificent, in case you're interested. But I went in the record shop there, the Vault, and picked up a few bits. I was very lucky. I managed to pick up 2 more Record Store Day releases, which I hadn't picked up purely for monetary reasons on the Saturday. There were 2 of the 3 Bowie releases. I wasn't interested in the picture disc of Pin-Ups, because A, it's a picture disc, and B, it's not a favourite of mine. You can just see, that's Sasha, everyone. So this was a 7-inch of, from the Just a Gigolo soundtrack, revolutionary song on the A side, which was written by Bowie and performed by The Rebels. And side B is Just a Gigolo, performed by Marlene Dietrich. I've got number 5602, some music on vinyl release. And this is jukebox cutout, and a nice blue vinyl. I haven't listened to that yet. That wasn't too bad. It's £12.99, which obviously is a lot for a single, but for a record store day release, it wasn't horrendous really. Then the next one I was really lucky to get, because when I took it up to buy it, he said, "Oh, I wondered how long that would last. I've just found that a little while back. Somebody obviously changed their mind and they dumped it somewhere completely different, so it wasn't in with all the other stuff." So this is The World of David Bowie, which is a reissue of a release from the early 70s. It doesn't say exactly when, but it's all his pre-fame songs. And this is on a nice blue vinyl on Decca. Again, not listened to that yet. And that came with a download code as well, which is handy. Then also in there I picked up 3 non-record store day, well, I picked up 4, but we'll get into that. Excuse me. I did also, as well as these 3, I picked up, my mum was with me and she's a big Adam Faith fan, and they had the original cast recording for the musical of Budgie, and I bought that for her. Basically, she had it on cassette, but she didn't have it on vinyl, so I said, "Do you want it on vinyl?" Said, "How much is it?" It doesn't matter. Said, "Oh, okay then." I bought it for her. But then for myself, I picked up Notting Hill Billies, Missing Presumed Having a Good Time. So this was Mark Knopfler's side project. I think it was between Brothers in Arms and On Every Street. Yeah. It also got what's Guy Fletcher, who's also in Dire Straits, plus Steve Phillips, who I think is the slide guitar player, but I might be wrong, and Brendan Croker, who's an Irish, I think, musician. My dad had this on cassette and he used to listen to it in the car a lot, so I'm very familiar with the album, but I haven't heard it for a long time, so looking forward to hearing it. So it's on Vertigo, on a sort of custom label. The labels actually line up. Blimey. It was covered in dog hair when I got it, but it's cleaned up fine. Haven't given it a spin yet. So that's 2 Mark Knopfler solos I picked up at that record shop now, because I got the Cal soundtrack last time I went there. Also picked up, I nearly got this last time but didn't. This is a soundtrack to Absolute Beginners, the film, and it's got the title song, which is one of my favourite David Bowie songs. If you didn't know, David's already in, also in the film, and that's Motivation as well, composed and performed by David. It's got Sade, Style Council, Have You Ever Had It Blue, Quiet Life by Ray Davies, Gil Evans, Eighth Wonder featuring Patsy Kensit, who's also in the film, Working Week, don't know them, Slim Gaillard, I'm not sure how you say his name, G-E-L-L-A-R-D, and Jerry Dammers as well. So it's a good soundtrack. As I say, it's one of my favourite Bowie songs, the title track. Even nice inner sleeve. It's on Virgin. And I picked up another soundtrack. What else was in there that I was really happy to get? And it will soon become apparent why. This is a soundtrack to a film Bright Lights Big City, which I've never seen. But track 1 is Good Love by Prince. And until it was released on the Crystal Ball CDs, this was the only place you could get that track. So it's the only, at the moment, it's the only place you can get it on vinyl. This is on Warner Brothers, hence Prince's involvement. So as well as prints, it features True Faith by New Order, Narada, Kiss and Tell by Brian Ferry, Pleasure Little Treasure Glitter Mix by Depeche Mode, Donald Fagen, Century's End, The Noise Club, not familiar with them, Conk, Jennifer Hall, and Pump Up the Volume by Mars. There's some good tracks on there. So that was what I picked up in Bournemouth. Then back to some eBay. And first up was the 7-inch of Kiss by Prince and Revolution. The B-side is Love or Money, but it's represented by Heart or Dollars. And this is on Paisley Park. Still the black and white theme, but not quite the same parade era labels. That's the word I'm looking for. Then this I was really happy to get. As you're probably aware, if you're a regular viewer, I'm a big fan of Kate Nash. So I've now got all her albums on vinyl, so I'm gradually going to pick up her singles. And on eBay, somebody was selling a bundle of all the Made of Bricks era singles, plus her pre-fame, if you like, initial release, as a bundle. And I managed to get them. It's 9, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, 9 singles for £22, I think it was, plus postage, which is far less than they would go for individually. But I think because people would only, unless they were doing what I was doing, would only really be interested in 1 or 2 in the set, they wouldn't pay that much. So that was very good. So we have got, this is Caroline's a Victim, so this was her initial pre-fame release. I think this might be a reissue of it, because I think the original release, that was sort of a paper sleeve. So it's Caroline's a Victim on A, and double A is Birds, which is on Made of Bricks, but I think it's a different version. That's on LL Moshimo Music, or Moshi Moshi Records. Pass. Haven't listened to any of these yet. Then we have the 2 singles for Foundations, her debut big hit. And they're all numbered. It doesn't say how many of those. So it's number 1881. This one, the A is Foundations and the B is Navy Taxi. And the Lemon, if you're familiar with the song, is appropriate. And then the second single for Foundations, the B-side is Old Dances. And again, I think it's got the Lemon. Yeah. The second single was Merry Happy, and again there was 2 singles for that. And again they were numbered. B-side on this is Don't You Want to Share the Guilt. And it's on Mirror Ball. These are all on Fiction Records, by the way. These Made of Bricks era ones. And the B-side on the second Merry Happy single was The Lion, the Devil and the Spider. And again, that's the Glitter Ball. The third single was Mouthwash. These weren't numbered. B is Take 'Em Out. And it's on A Cup of Tea. And the second Mouthwash single. And Dirt, a demo from Iceland, was the B-side. And again, that's A Cup of Tea. And then the final single from that album was Pumpkin Soup. Again, 2 singles. This one, single-sided, on a pumpkin, obviously, but with an etching. There we go. On the B. And then this one, which was sold, you know, what this was, apparently it was damaged en route to the original owner, so sleeves a bit beat up. But the B-side on this is Pumpkin Soup live at Cardiff Solus. Not sure where Cardiff Solus is, and having lived in Cardiff for 3 years, you think I would, unless it's they might have renamed the Student Union after I left. Sounds like it might be that, doesn't it? Yeah, so really happy to pick them up. Then, nearly there-ish. I did unboxing of these. These are the new reissues of Prince's Rave Unto and Rave Into the Joy Fantastic. As I've unboxed these, but I will just show you the vinyl on one of them because it's pretty. It's the same purple vinyl as the previous reissues, slightly marbled. If you want to know more about them, watch the unboxing. On that unboxing, I teased at this. This is Leo Sayers' new album, Selfie. What I've done, the vinyl was limited edition, so I picked that up straight away. I'm going to see him later this month, so I'm hoping they might be selling signed CDs at the gig. Fingers crossed. But this is on. So it's got lyrics and credits and everything on the inner sleeve. And then it is on a nice pink vinyl. Then we have some more eBays. This is Pandemonium by The Time. So this was when The Time reformed to be in Prince's Graffiti Bridge. This is the album they released to coincide with that. Less Prince involvement than their previous albums, which was basically all Prince with Morris Day. But really good album. I really like this. Have it on CD. Haven't listened to this yet. I'm a bit concerned because it's only a single disc and it's quite a long album. I think it's about 60 minutes, so it will probably be quite quiet. But that's on Paisley Park. Again, that was cheap. I got that cheaper than I thought it would be for a 90s album. Well, 1990. So it tend to be a bit more expensive than the 80s stuff. The classic. I'll put it. This is The Right Way Up. This is Parade by Prince and Revolution. So this is the soundtrack to Under the Cherry Moon, 1986. One of my favourite Prince albums. It's got Kiss and Girls and Boys and Mountains and a Love a Hole in Your Head with the singles on this album. So this is on the same Parade era, obviously. Custom labels on Paisley Park. Sometimes it snows in April. The last track on this has become very poignant because, as you may be aware, Prince died in April 2016 and it did snow lots of places the day he died. Related, this is the 12-inch of Kiss. I showed you the 7-inch earlier. So same tracks, Kiss and Love or Money, but they're longer versions. And again, it's on the plainer black and white Paisley Park labels. And two more. Another Prince. This is for Future. So this was from the Batman soundtrack. This was only released as a single in about 4 countries in Europe. I want to say Holland, Belgium, Germany and Austria, but I might not be right there. I believe this is a German copy. Again, picked this up relatively cheap. It was about £3 or £4, I think, plus postage. This has got the Future on the A side and it's a remix, and the B side is a remix of Electric Chair, also from the Batman soundtrack. Because it was Batman, it was released just on normal Warner Brothers, it wasn't Paisley Park. And then finally, Sleeper released the second single from their new album. It was released to download about 8 weeks ago, but finally been released physically. I pre-ordered it ages ago. This is The Sun Also Rises, which is a great song, signed by the band. B-side is I'm Not a Computer, which is an exclusive B-side, although we did get a download of it through Pledge. And this is on a slightly marbled blue vinyl. And this is on their own Gorky Records label. So yes, lots bought last month. I'm just about to film a video showing what I bought yesterday, which is almost as much as I showed there, because I went shopping. Anyway, so yes, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all that sort of stuff, and I'll see you on another video. Thanks, bye.